Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher Loop. Today I have with me Jared.
Let's blue it up.
Yep, as we're continuing our coverage of the Electric Blue Saga, which, going by the amount I decided for like how we're going to divide this all up, and adding the last one, that will be, including the last one we did, 7 episodes we'll be going over. That's a lot, but then when you realize Electric Blue started at 123, officially, with the blue suit, at 123. And he will eventually lose at 135 of the same Superman title, plus all the other issues in between. That's 12 issues, 1 year across 4 books, and then some.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now here we are also going to be introduced. I showed you a little bit of this during the last one. We'll be introduced to Stuart Immonen on the artwork. And Stuart, great artist, but this is also going to be the point where we're going to start having the artwork not be compatible in some moments. Again, it's great artwork, but when you compare it to Jurgens or Gromit, this is where we're going to start to get the things are going to be like when we get to this book, it's going to be like, oh, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so tell people about how things went last time, shall we?
Well, Superman discovered that he lost his so Superman lost his powers in Final Night. And they were taking slow to like come back. So Clark tried all these different ways of like bringing back his powers. One of which resulted in him having these weird electric powers and turning intangible. To which he all of a sudden had to use his containment suit.
Exactly. Well, to be fair, he gained his powers back for a brief time, and then out of the blue, his powers started acting all wonky, and then it's like, wait, what the? And then it got worse. And we should also point out, the planet has been starting, due to extraneous circumstances, starting to call him a menace. But to be fair, for good reason.
For good reason, yeah, exactly.
It is not a case where it's like, oh, it's like Spider-Man. No, it's not like that. Unlike with Jonah just making like, oh no. For example, bullets went right through Superman, the guy behind him got hit.
Yeah.
That's never happened before, and from anyone's perspective, they think, did he just zip out of the way and then you just let him hit the guy?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But now Superman's gotten the new power and everything. And we should also point out this is during the newlywed era.
No.
Where could Clark be? Maybe we didn't get him into the containment suit in time. Or we should also point out the Contessa that Lex has been married to brought the fabric. So through her, Lex it helped provide the stuff for the blue you see for the containment suit.
Mm-hmm.
Was their fabric. Of course, simply because he vanished doesn't mean something went wrong. Because, yeah, remember this, right? Last issue, he went in there, then zooped up, and then he went to Mom Pa and everything, and Lois hasn't seen him since, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so, of course, she's worried about everything. As far as she knows, maybe it failed. I mean, and logical, that's something I think anyone would think in a situation like, where'd he go? Maybe it didn't work. No. And then there she is. There he
comes
is.
Through the phone. I love that. That's cool.
Yep. In the flesh, Lois, or the closest I can come to in this form. I am still basically energy, but I can control it better, become almost completely solid. The containment suit works, Lois. Whatever happened to me is at least manageable as long as I wear it. You're sure? I won't get zapped if I? Well, no guarantees. I'm still new at this, remember? But I feel pretty good about it. Wrong. You feel great. You die, you lose your powers increase, and your powers increase, an intergalactic tribunal sentences you to death, and now this. She's a little out of order on that, but still. Mm-hmm. And do I do these things to you? Guess that's what happens when you marry Superman. Well, technically I married Clark Kent. Any idea when he's coming back? Something tells me slipping on a pair of glasses won't do it like it used to. You're right, but I have a few other tricks up my sleeve. There, I could ship my powers and outfit away completely. It certainly isn't easy, and it leaves me, well, not exactly dressed for the office, that's for sure. Okay, so I hadn't learned how to ship my clothes before. Luckily, no one's watching, which happened in the last issue too. Remember, like, whoops.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was it leaves me without any superpowers. So right now, I'm freezing, which I want to point out ahead of time. This is going to bite Clark in the ass because remember this, when the 52 Weekly and 1 year later happened, he had no powers at all but he was able to be at the top of his game and everything. Here, though, that's just different. This time, he still has the responsibilities of Superman, but without the superpowers to back things up when he goes back to being Clark. So it means he has to waste so much of his day being Superman, but then he can't use his superpowers to catch up. None of that. So that means it's going to cause them some hecticness now. And I like that. That changes things up. But anyway, meanwhile, in Kandor, which I should point out is not the Kryptonian city.
Okay.
Remember that. This is not the Kryptonian city. This is an alien city.
Okay.
And taken by someone named Tolos, which originally I thought was Telos. No, it's Tolos.
Okay.
Tolos is, they think some of them think Tolos is dead, others think he's not. Those who are still in power believe he's still watching and he's quick to anger, whereas the rebels think, oh no, he's dead. We should be able to act free. And one of the council members gets assassinated. Tolos must be dead. Kandor is ours for the taking. His laws mean nothing. Getting things under control little by little. Not that I have everything worked out yet. I did overshoot the apartment earlier. Then I remembered how the Atom used to travel over the phone lines. I was feeling pretty lucky, so I gave it a try. And before you spend your next paycheck on lotto tickets, Clark, you might want to take a look at this. Today's planet. What's so easy, Clark? I'm fine, Lois. In fact, I'm going to practice with my new powers some more after all. After all, I'd hate to hurt someone by accident. Super Menace!
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, remember, now this is Scorn. Remember him as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we're going to be seeing a lot of him. For anyone who didn't catch up last time, the son of one of the representatives of Kandor slipped in through circumstances with Superman to the real world and had a bit of a scuffle through legitimate misunderstanding. And would you agree with that? Like, this is the case where this guy, good guy, couldn't understand the language that well, and unfortunately, big brute. What's anyone going to think, right?
Yeah.
Also, at this point, Jimmy is Mr. Action.
Okay.
So, like, no Inkrat's going to scoop Jimmy Olsen ever again. That's what I think. So he was actually going to play up the Mr. Menace, Super Menace stuff because, well, again, he needs the ratings. And also remember, Perry's had cancer by this point. How in blazes did this see print? What more unauthorized this? I gave it the green light, Perry. As publisher, I can do that. You were out, and the acting manager, editor Clark and Kent was unavailable. As usual. This is my private office, by the way. Next time, I suggest you not. Well then, next time I said you print the news, Franklin. Armstrong wrote one paragraph of facts and 3 columns of fear-mongering speculation. Is this how we replace Superman's years of public service? My piece, I also remember also Dirk here is based off of Rush Limbaugh.
Okay.
My piece is clearly in labeled as opinion, Perry. I witnessed the events and drew logical conclusions. Logical isn't the word that comes to my... You should not exert yourself so, Monsieur White. I know you've been sick undergoing chemotherapy. If it will help you feel any better, today's edition outsold any since the Man Steel's death. Hey, who? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Perry White. Simone Deneg. Like, I've hired her to do whatever it takes to get the planet's circulation up. As you can see, she's already produced results. Yes, I do see. I see the truth taking a backseat to sensationalism, Franklin. I see you'll destroy a man's reputation and everything he's worth for the second he shows any weakness. You might get away with that with Superman, but not with Doom. I need to talk to Dirk Armstrong. It won't take long. I read your piece in The Planet. It's an opinion, Superman, clearly labeled and you are right. I was a real danger for a while there. Hopefully that's behind me now. But I'm glad the Daily Planet will keep an eye on me in case something does go wrong again. Well, I've always said everyone should be accountable for their actions, Superman, from the president to, of course, I also think the front page is for hard news and not inflammatory. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. Hate to interrupt your important meeting like this, but it appears your daughter's been kidnapped from her school, Ashbury, which we heard about beforehand.
Okay.
But what do you think about this? He's actually both saying, I'm glad for you keeping me honest, but this shouldn't have been front page.
Yeah, exactly. Because that is so Superman to be like, no, thank you for like tracking me, but Does this have to be? Do you have to like blast me on your front page?
Exactly. So he's both. Thank you, but wrong page.
Yeah.
And she won't be gone long, Mr. Armstrong. Now, if I can help it, could you fill me in the details and officers? I'll hold the front page, Dirk. I'll get our best people on it. Superman's right. We'll find your daughter one way or another. Ellie, where are Lade and Kent? Saw Lois getting a drink a while ago, but well, I want her in my office now. News doesn't happen around the water cooler. She'll need Dirk Armstrong's personnel file and a copy of that book he wrote. And get Troop and to make a list of everyone Dirk's offended since he's come on staff. We've got a red ball, people. Let's do everything we can to make it a short story with a happy ending. And how long my blasted message light been flashing? What do I have to do next? Ink the presses and my Perry. This is Dr. Small. Your latest cancer tests are back. I'd like to see you as soon as possible. This isn't the sort of thing I like to say over the phone. Uh-oh. And then, Metallo!
That's a cool design for Metallo.
This was after what was it? When Nero gave all the powers, Underworld Unleashed.
Okay.
So this was his upgrade and everything. You remember me? That's always touched my heart. Kind of like this. And checked in the internet the other night. All they were talking about was your new powers. Now a smart guy says, a smart guy checked and I check him out. Smart guy figure a way to use that situation, which is what I'm gonna do. Assuming that hole I just punched in your chest didn't hurt me at all. It's gone, like it was never there. So yeah, leading to a bit of a fight. But while he's now distracted, Scorn realizes something's wrong. It's like he's been looking for that missing piece of the puzzle. He knows this as the crowd disperses. Yeah, he knows the symbol. And yeah, just something is bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Metallo, you and me. And no innocent bystanders, no teenage girls to kidnap. Don't need them, Superman. Oh, gee, for a moment, Superman thinks he's responsible. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, creep is.
Yeah.
Keeps calling him like Ashley. It's Ashbury, you moron. Ashbury. All right, and you think, no, I know you're screwed up big time. I'm like, you think you know everything, huh? Just like your old man. Well, I know as long as I got you, your old man won't dare do any more bad mouthing of Superman. Oh, crap, a Superman fanatic.
Oh, boy.
That's why. He did it because of what Dirk wrote.
Wow, that's interesting.
But then Scorn saves her. Now, just to point out, remind people, as I mentioned before, she's blind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the big fist. Boom!
Yeah, I love that.
I do believe I'm getting the hang of that biomagnetic field, just in time to help me finish things with Metallo, too. Looks like he's landed over in the Navy Yard, right through the reinforced deck of a battleship. Wait, didn't Metallo say he can absorb any machine? Uh-oh! Like I said, cool. Superman, smart guy figure a way to use this situation. Like how I'm going to use the new power and you to power my new battleship body. There's Superman right in the middle. Wait till Metropolis get a load of the new Metallo, the man with the Superman heart. Don't know if you knocked the moron out or if he fainted, but I know you're still here. I can hear you breathing. The way you came through that wall, I figured you're either Superman or some other meta bad man. I got a right to know if I've been saved or traded into inner gang, you know? So which is it, Superman or Badman? Badman? Yeah, right. So you setting me free then, and what big arms you got, Grandma? Okay, stop playing in games with the blind girl. You've got to be Superman. Super. Oh yeah, Dad said you've been through some changes. Okay, me, Ashbury, you, Superman. See, Superman. 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 Because remember, he didn't speak English at all.
Okay.
Because he speaks Kandorian or whatever his alien race is.
Mm-hmm.
Badman. Superman. Oh, he's taking the S.
Oh, there you go.
Couldn't do this without you, Superman. I just wouldn't have had the heart. Ha! Of course, you could try bust it out, but it ain't gonna happen. See, I'm making sure every one of these paths are least resistant is closed circuit, keeping me amped up, and you running in circles. He's right. Can't control my energy yet. But Eddie then turns off and is like, hey, who shut off the... Okay, turn back to Clark Kent. Power. Jeez, Superman, barely gave me time to pull together your basic erector set body here. And you think it was easy making that King Kong sized skull I was wearing, Superman? Well, not a sign of the Man of Steel. And oh, poor Clark.
Sweet.
What do you think about that first issue of this?
That's an awesome first issue. We have like a giant robot, essentially like a Jaeger, but it's powered by Superman.
Yep, and showing Metallo's new powers, because I think it's his first appearance since on the World Unleashed.
That's dope.
Oh, yeah, Superman's going to meet up with the Ray.
Sweet.
Oh, but yeah, look at Clark's arm is broken.
Wow.
Yeah. But then Lois comes there trying to find him because she knows that she overheard that's where he was. And I bet he turns back, but turns out when he turns back, some of his damage is still there.
Wow, that is cool.
I don't understand. Just take it easy. Your panic is creating an adrenaline effect, making you bleed faster. Try to calm down. Never anticipated this. Guess I carry physical damage when I change to energy. But that energy is still you. You control it. Yes, of course. Have to concentrate, focus inward, solidify, and heal. Did it. Containment suit, broken arm, all like new again. Thanks, Lois. Sometimes your level ahead is my greatest strength. Now that I'm intact again, I better get going. After Metallo or the horn-headed guy, the one the media calls Scorn, none of the above. For now, neither pose an immediate threat. But to have a chance of stopping either in the future, I need to find out more about myself. You're going to Professor Hamilton? No. Listening to Siri would take too long. I need to talk to someone who's already been through this. Kind of funny, he's already dropped about dealing with Ashbury.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Yeah, you kind of forgot.
Yep. Uh-oh. Metallo's making his way to a fun fair.
Oh, boy.
Just one moment. I'm just going to quickly go microwave something. I just realized my sandwich didn't come out right.
All right.
Just a second.
It's okay.
But yeah, I mean, again, good writing. This is some good writing. I don't think
I'm enjoying it.
This has been good writing we haven't seen in ages, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, even Philip Kennedy Johnson, Judge Williamson, those are the guys who matched the old days.
Yeah, because the reason why I like this story so much is that it's doing new stuff with Superman, because at least from my perspective, a lot of Superman stories resort to the same thing over and over and over again. This is at least something new. It's placing him in new challenges.
Which is what a lot of what the Triangle number tried to do so much. But thanks for listening, Ray. Your answering that call I sent through the Justice League means a lot. Life's kind of hectic right now, Superman, but I'm happy to spare a few minutes if it'll help. And from what you've told me, you can use a lot of help. It's just so frustrating, like learning how to walk all over again. I seem to be made of energy now, but I don't know why or even how to use the powers this mutation gives me. And since you're made of energy and had to learn to cope with that, I thought that and you might prove some insight. I like that!
Mm-hmm.
Going to someone who already exists rather than having to make up a new character or just have him bumble around on his own. He's reaching out to someone who exists in the DC universe, just like him. Insight, yeah. Answers, I wish. I don't even know half of those myself, but sounds like you may be still in the transition period between your human form and this new energy state. That might explain why you could only zap from one place to another at first, but now you can zap or fly really, really fast. But it seems to be a matter of increasing control over what you become. But my containment suit is a fabric on. How do I make it disappear or change into whatever I want? Well, basic science says you can't create or destroy energy, but you can alter it. Maybe you manipulate electrons that touch your skin, reform them into what you imagine. Maybe, could be. I know I've learned to focus enough to become human again. It's tough, like clicking on a stubborn light switch, but it stays on until I consciously will myself to change back. The big problem is, whenever I'm human, I can actually be hurt, maybe even killed. Why? Maybe you're too good at this. In your mind, you see all humans as vulnerable, creatures you need to defend. So when you become one yourself, your subconscious mind creates a true vulnerable human. Or maybe it takes so much will to change, there's none left to protect you. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, but hang in there. I learned from experience that you can't deny what you are. Use it, work with it, accept it, because if you fight it, you're only fighting yourself. Meanwhile, then seeing again more with back in Kandor, seeing the civil wars building up. This is going to come into play soon, and this is Surtek or Scorn's father and sister.
Okay.
And this is when she's telling him, of course, from what everyone's heard, that he's might be dead. And then we see him stumbling around. He just feel like his name's Surtek, although the alien world has dubbed him Scorn. An ugly word, not nearly as glorious as the one that drives him onward. Superman. That word and the empathic pulse linked to it. He's trying to find him, in other words, and talk to him. After what happened last time, he just feels like, no, I need to try it again, but better. But then Metallo takes over the merry-go-round.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Assimilating this Ferris wheel was the best idea I've had in minutes. Of course, having the guns was pure inspiration. All right, this must be the shooting gallery. Wah! Ooh, funsies. Now watch which way to the parking lot. I'm feeling like bumper cars. Oh, Clark shows up, hears about how Franklin Stern, the publisher, wants to deal with him, and everything been going on, and then he zips off again. Like, Jesus, again, I like this. They're actually happy for once playing up Clark's constantly zipping off being a problem, because he was put in a position where you can't just zip off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you're a reporter, that's one thing. When you're a managing editor,
yeah,
that's going to bite you in the ass. Assimilating these beamers and audience gave me just the punch I was looking for. Oh, boy, just more. Things are getting worse and worse. The SCU is showing up, and then, oh, no! Look what he's noticing.
Nuclear reactors.
Now, we see Perry shows up with his wife, Alice, and says, you need to sit down. Lieutenant Sawyer, what's the situation? Bad and getting worse, Superman. It'll take another 3 minutes to get these battle suits online. But Metallo should reach that nuclear power plant in 2. If he breaches the containment tower, radioactive gas will be sprayed all over. Oh, boy. That's, and what I've got is a tractor beam. Somebody's holding me back. He was able to pull this off before.
Mm-hmm.
Dispenses energy. Whoops. And now, he's taking over one of the suits.
Mm-hmm.
What made him think it was a good idea?
I know.
Oh, crap. Now he's heading back over there. Oh, now he's trying to bring him, increase the gravitational pull around him. So, okay, I gotta say, this I like. Unlike the Silver Age, where it was so weird about how new powers as the plot demands, here, electromagnetic, there's a lot you can do with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to justify that as opposed to him dragging a solar system behind him on a chain.
Yeah, exactly. Or, at least because Peak and I went over Our Worlds at War, you have Superman dove into the sun, and with all that energy, he's able to push War World, but that's because he had to supercharge himself.
I love that story, by the way.
Yep. But yeah, then we see Email there, and then Jimmy's there, and Jimmy realized he knows something about what's happened to Superman. I smell an exclusive. So he's going to go interview him, and this is going to bite him in the ass. Big time. But yeah, so look, he's taking out the body, but look at Metallo. He's a head grab.
That's great. That's kind of like in Transformers.
I know, he looks more like the Thing, the head grab from the Thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, just a sec. There we go. But yeah, this is going to wrap up the Metallo portion of this. Jeez. Like, what is that thing? What's it doing here? Whatever it is, it's just cutting our power supply. Hey, no matter what, and you look like that subway property. That stuff's top secret. Who do you think you are to take? Oh no, this is scareware. Someone else. Like 3 guesses. Superman. Got it on the first try. When I got word of trouble here, I thought it might be facing Metallo. Who is this guy? So someone new. But then Scorn is still following. He's gone in a flash of energy. The good man, the shield bearer they call. Superman. Strange world I've stumbled into. so different from Kandor, and yet in many ways just the same. Real good, existing and checked by Jawa was evil. I feel it now, pulsing behind me there. One of those natives here called Bad Man. Whoops. Uh-oh, and now he's taking over the subway.
Oh, no.
Yikes. And at least all the people got out of there in time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a Transformer situation. Yeah. Oh, look, he puts his head in the uvula.
Wow.
Direct from the third rail, a spark. Again, I miss Metallo doing this.
Yeah, this is really cool.
But then here's going to be a big problem for Jimmy. I've told you all I know about Superman's new powers because I want folks to know the truth. He's no more super menace than I am. His containment suit has enhanced his control, and his mastery of these powers is growing hourly. Excuse me, Professor. Yeah, fire at Kirby and Coletta. I'm on it. I don't get it, Jim. Why are you so pleased with that interview? I thought the WGBS and board of directors hated good news because it doesn't sell soap. Good news isn't always what it seems. Believe me, Angie, when I'm done with this story, I'm going to be able to write my own ticket at GBS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. So Superman's getting people out of there and, oh, geez, he's hiding.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
My God, no time. The roof. My God, it's collapsing. No, they'll die. He's able. I can't let that happen. Wow, let's look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, this is Stuart Eminent's artwork. But like I said, moving on. No, actually, no. This is still Bogdanov. No, this is not Eminent yet. But wow, just look at us. Scorn is now helping everyone out and everything. I like that. He's trying to do good here.
Mm-hmm.
But then here's something else, though. He then starts to talk about all the power. Like Professor Hamilton has speculated upon the many possible uses of Superman's new energy. Now see an example as Superman extends his solid energy field to surround a block of burning building and smother the flame. As Hamilton stated, the containment suit has enhanced its control immeasurably. At this rate, Superman will have this fire out in minutes. Will he now? Crap! Metallo's listening in!
Yeah.
And now he's going to adjust his strategy.
Oh, God, he transforms into a helicopter.
Well, he absorbs it.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't want to miss any more other helpful hints. So he's listening in and he's going to keep changing his strategies. In other words, Jimmy's giving him all the hints.
If they ever adapt Metallo into the movies, can they make him do this? We can transform because that's so cool.
I know. Well, I know. But this is more Metallo's work. But just think about this. Now, of course, like the devil, he keeps on listening in. And then, yes, sir, folks, Superman can smother this monster's blaze. He can smother any fire that needs oxygen to burn. It would take a nuclear disaster to challenge his kind of mastery. Bingo. Oh, no. Crap. Now he's going for a submarine, a nuclear sub. Oh, no, and an aircraft carrier.
Oh, geez, that is so
now
cool.
Now I got the form that sent Godzilla running for the hills. Hey, Metropolis, let's rock and roll. To which, of course, then he says, fight it, Metallo has made a move Superman cannot be able to counter. According to Professor Hamilton, Superman can absorb, even alter most form of energy. To which, can't Jimmy see what's happening? Twice now, Metallo changed tactics in response to his broadcast based on information I gave him. Thanks, Olsen. It just don't get any better than this. I'll kill Superman like I always meant to do. And he takes Metropolis out with him. Hey, Sparkplug, over here.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just see about one issue we're already setting up something that's going to be a bit more of a subplot. Jimmy just showing how far he's willing to go, and Hamilton's going to feel guilty about all this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just look at, he starts to absorb all the energy. Look at Hamilton's car.
That is so cool.
Move it, you solar power jalopy. We got a job. Whether he knows it or not, young Olsen is feeding Metallo information. I got to stop him before that monster robot uses that information to kill Superman. Oh, gee, look, he actually hits it, absorbs it. Those missiles may be empty shells, but even shells can kill. Oh, look at that.
Oh, cool.
Again,
Scorn actually helped.
I like Scorn. I like him.
He actually helped.
Scorn caught the shells. Thank God. Maybe I misjudged him. Later, when this is all over, have to find him. Try to communicate. I've had it with your interference, pal. You want to play Superman? Then die like Superman. No. Oh, look, he keeps on absorbing the energy until he gets bigger.
Oh, geez. So this is Pacific Rim now.
Yep. But even Olsen says you can only take so much. Jimmy, what's he got to do with this? But pretty soon now you're going to blow sky high. You're half right, Metallo. In trying to save Metropolis, I may have become his greatest danger. But one thing's for certain: when I go, I'm taking you with me. His hands reach into me and crushing the nuclear energy that powers my body. Power pouring out of me and into him, taking everything. I've absorbed the radiation, every last trace of it. Superman has won. For in the process of removing the energy that drove the giant robot, he's drained Metallo himself. Now Superman struggles to restructure the energy rolling. Olsen, that's enough! Professor Hamilton, what? You see that and that headset on Metallo's skull? He was tuned into your broadcast. Use the information I gave you to orchestrate his attack. He was, and if Superman does what I think he's going to have to do, we may have doomed him. Can't contain all this power or render it harmless. Space, have to reach space before. You with your blind ambition, me with my mindless babbling. Together with the best of intentions, we helped kill Superman. Oh Lord, no one could have lived through that. Not even Superman. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine.
Now remember this. This is now the first Superman issue since he first changed. So we went through all of that up to this point.
Mm-hmm. But I love the recreation of Action Comics 1.
With Score now doing it.
Yeah.
About time you got here. Don't you realize that Frankenstein is loaded for bear, and that he's hunting for you? You were supposed. Now we're jumping. This is media res, but then we're going to catch up.
Okay.
I know, and I've had a real bad day. And right now I'm cold and hungry. I don't like being cold and hungry. Welcome to the human race. Look, I realize you're upset about Jimmy because his report about my new powers almost got me killed. Why should I be upset? But you have other problems to worry about. Bigger problems than a friend who stabs me in the back. Clark Stern's been after you for your unexplained absences for months. I think he plans to fire you. I know. But you know what kind of business prevents me from being here 10 hours a day? Are you saying you can't handle this job? I'm saying that it was easier when I had my powers. If nothing else, I could type a lot faster and read a day's worth of memos in 3 seconds. Now I'm normal and as limited as the next man. Except the next man doesn't have to be Superman. Man, today it was impossible for me to be in the office. First Metallo attack. By the time that was done, now this is going to be Jurgens also progressing stuff with Booster.
I like that Booster gold armor.
This is the last you're going to see of it.
Oh no.
Well, to be fair, Jurgens eventually did not care for the armor by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was done for a story reason, but we're going to get and finally drop it. So this is, remember, he had to wear the armor because he lost his suit and have drained all the power cells fighting Doomsday.
Okay, I see.
So this is just meant to be and that was years ago by this point. So this is meant to be a reshuffling.
Okay.
So yeah, we see Booster showing up. Don't get too close, Jimmy. Metallo might still be alive, but I gotta get him on tape. The head will make and for a great shot. And then Scored is down and everything. Big Blue lasered himself into space and blew up like a nova. Don't know if he's dead, alive, or competition for the Aurora Borealis. Yes, this is most definitely a job for Booster Gold. Stand back, folks. America's all-time favorite hero is on the scene to save the day. Media rights are strictly reserved by Booster Gold International, and other authorized use will be strictly prohibited by law. You know that's not true, Booster. Chill, Skeets. And you know that's not true, Booster. Chill, Skeets. As a computer, you're smart enough to know I gotta keep up my image. Heck, Madonna still won't take my calls. So he flies up there and then finds the suit. The suit is empty, Booster. Analysis indicates no traces of Superman's energy signature. You suppose he can get back in? I mean, what exactly is Superman now? Unknown. Saw a T report from Olsen and the Olsen dude. Says Superman's being an energy being. But what does that mean exactly? Whoa, 4th of July time. Sensors reading are fluctuating wildly, Booster. I do believe Superman is here. Whatever it is, it hurts. Booster, we saw Superman expand his energy because he had absorbed too much for his containment suit to hold. At this level, he will still burn the suit to cinders. His suit and mine too. Suggestion, extend your force field surrounding Superman's containment suit. Superman should be able to drain off its excess energy into the force field and reconfigure inside his suit. You see if Superman can actually sink in this state? Uh-oh, my armor's heating up. Booster, I'm Skeets. I'm getting too much feedback from my armor, more than the circuits can possibly handle. Skeet sweet, Booster, I will be unable to function if... It's all Professor Hamilton's fault. I broadcast that report about Superman's power. Oh, he's putting the blame on him. Wow, Jimmy. And something's already has happened to Superman, Jimmy. He's gone, exploded up there in space. We can only hope that Booster, what's his name, can bring him back. What's happened to you, Jimmy? You used to be a sensible young man who'd do anything for a friend. Now you've betrayed the greatest hero Earth has ever known. Ouch. But he's not wrong. I feel like slime. At least things can't get any worse. Score it up. Hey, wait a minute. But then up there. No, I can't die yet. I'm too young. I haven't made my second billion. I haven't dated Cindy Crawford. And most of all, I gotta live to see the fourth Star Wars movie. I think, wait, this was, what year was this? This was 97. Well, and that sound, can it be? Hello, Booster. Nice to drop in. Whoa, just like the old days when we shared Metropolis. Superman, Booster Gold, together again. Like Batman and Robin, Mustard and Ketchup, Clinton and Scandals. Gasoline and matches. Shh, we were in the JLA together, and it sort of gives me, the media, something to talk about, you know? In any case, thank you for your help. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Can you put that in writing? I could earn me. But thanks to Booster, I'm just fine, Professor Hamilton. Unfortunately, his heroics cost him his suit and my computerized pal Skeets. Now I'm behind even square one, costume-wise. And what brings you back to Metropolis, Booster? Look, you remember when I first came here from the future, right? I had a killer costume with fiber weave circuitry, gave me power. Well, that thing got roasted by Doomsday back when he had thumbs up what I said earlier. But he's now asking to help making a new suit, to which, thanks to with his suit, he feels he can help, to which Hamilton's going to help. By Godfrey, I love a challenge. I love the help. Okay, by you, Booster? Professor Hamilton knows what he's doing. Excellent! Superman? Yes, Jimmy? Never mind. So yeah, he's going through all that he has left, and he's actually able to make the new suit and everything back down to his original look as best he could. I love to be able to travel to the future. Hey, I'd like to go back too, but it's not like you can jump on an old cosmic Star Master and zip through time. Flash reference!
Yeah.
So yeah, they work on it all, reverse engineer as much of it. We left the bottle city of Kandor there at the fortress, and that viewer I built will allow us to monitor Kandor from here. That's nice. Eureka, I've got it. So yeah, nice little talk with them, working everything. But then as they're looking in there, yes, they're able to look at it, but then, they see him. Like, well, this isn't just a simple communicator. The phase field barriers are real unknown for matters like this. It works, Professor. I can see them. Oh, what is that? Good job, Professor. Now we can make sure everything's all right. They don't realize. But look at his new suit.
I like that suit design. That's really cool.
Yep. And he has Skeets back, too.
Where was Skeets basically a Jarvis AI in the old suit?
No, he was still a little robot suit, but then he eventually got moved into the other suit, the AI.
Okay. Yeah, because I noticed previously in this issue when
he put the program into his suit so Skeets would always be with him.
All right, that makes sense.
And then eventually Skeets would be killed off by Maxwell Lord, we revealed during the Infinite Crisis prelude countdown. But now, like, I never knew you and Booster were such good friends. We aren't. But he did lose his original costume finding off Doomsday, and he certainly helped me out in space. I owed him a hand. In a way, he's a better friend than Jimmy these days. Ouch! Jimmy, I'm surprised you could spare this time from your busy schedule to visit. Look, I know I'm a real crumb for what I did to Superman, but I was trying to be a good reporter like you and deliver the facts. Worst part is I tried to apologize to Superman, and I was so ashamed that I couldn't say a word. Am I a total loser or what? You have to balance the interest of a story against the interest of saving lives, Jimmy. Boy, did I ever find that out today. Wonder if I'll ever have the spine to apologize to Superman. You will, Jimmy, but in a way, he probably knows how you feel. So at least seeing Jimmy feeling... if Jimmy had been like, yeah, did you see what I did? He would hate him more. See him actually being upset and remorseful. He's like, there.
Yeah.
And there you are, Ken. Enough is enough. You missed a meeting with me for the last time. You're fired. Your days as managing editor are over. I shall enjoy the opportunity to lift this paper to prominence, Mr. Stern. Just 1 minute to Mr. Stern. Lois, if you want an editor, call me. Perry White, I'd love to have you back in the chair as editor, but your cancer is in remission. So now, cancer plot, all resolved.
Okay, good.
It's in remission. I'm fine, and I want my job back immediately. Are you serious? You're really healthy again? Never felt better. What are you all sitting around for? There's work to be done. Welcome back, Perry. Burp. And thank you, Frank. And thank you, Franklin. You have no idea how good it is to be back. So now he brings back Clark, not as the editor, but back as a writer again. But then we see Kandor is still having their issues. Then you have no choice. As council editor, it's up to you to address the populace. As always, your insight is valued bond. So yeah, he meets up with all of them to explain everything. We face a dire situation, a situation more dire than we've ever known. What is it, Kremel? You never look so worried. I am, Farron. For our scientists have... Wait a minute, why did you change her look so drastically?
Yeah, that's true. That is kind of odd, isn't it?
Different orders, of course.
Yeah.
Tellus must be dead. And with him gone, they think he must be dead because of the lack of attention. With him gone and our troubles mounting, the truth seems clear. Kandor is doomed to die. Now we see Scorn. I'm just going to keep calling him Scorn. Makes his way up. Just something is compulsing him here. And he finds the Kent house. Kent and Lois's house, apartment. And finds the Superman outfit. Who can help Superman save the bottle city of Kandor? You guessed it, the Atom!
Oh, cool. Well, that makes sense because the atom shrinks and all that stuff. So.
Yep. So you think about it, we just went through all that was the first just 4 issues, with just 4 issues.
Wow.
I mean, action, Superman, Adventures of, and Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
But look how much we went through that. Look how jam-packed these issues were.
That's a lot.
Exactly. Wait, let me double check. Was that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
Mm-hmm.
That was jam-packed, wasn't it? Did it feel more than that?
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yep. Oh, he's shaving, but ow. Because remember, he can now get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about okay, I get you go back. What did you think about the Rays 2 series to why he would be it? Either it's a subconscious thing or it's because he's using so much of his energy to turn back that it's made him have nothing else left.
Well, that's cool because it gives a little bit of it sort of balances his new powers because he already had the powers of a god, but because they could have easily made it okay. All he has is like these electric powers, and he can turn.
No, but I'm talking about his reasonings. Like, well, it's either because Clark is so in his mindset that he needs to protect humans that when he makes himself human, he's just as vulnerable, or it's because he's using so much of his energy that it's reverting him to being fully human with nothing to protect him. What do you think about
those? Those are fine. Either of those. I
prefer the second one. I prefer the second one.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
The first one just feels once again like the whole Clark Kent is Superman's vision of mankind. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
From Kill Bill, I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now we're back to Imminent. Whoop.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
Yeah, not as quiet as I hoped that would be. Oof! I'll never get rid of the thunderclap. I know. Now he's moving so fast that he's making a sonic boom.
That's cool.
Uh-oh, trouble. Wham! He's still figuring out his powers. The guy's like,
mm-hmm. That's great.
Oh, but he's able to stop the guy. Like, name's Sean Jordan, but you aren't. You can't be. Yes, I am. Outstanding. You know, I hear a lot of guys don't like your new look, and losing the cape wasn't the best idea. But referencing fans' reaction.
Yeah. I was about to say.
But this is better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but meeting him in person, I'm impressed. Thanks. So, new costume, new powers. Why the switch? What happened? Actually, I've wanted the answers to those questions myself. And since I'm not in the middle of a crisis right now, it's the perfect time to try and find out. Assuming a good friend of mine is willing to let a hand, as he's going to talk with email. But this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This was not mean-spirited.
No, it's just I heard some people don't like it, but I like it, so there you go. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that one, as opposed to like,
How dare you not like it?
yeah, or like with Jeff Johns in like death metal, basically making Superboy Prime represent the fanboys who are in their basement.
Well,
that was a little mean spirited.
He did that with Prime ever since Infinite Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I gotta be honest, I prefer Snyder's take on Superboy Prime because it made it be Prime at a point.
Yeah.
It was basically, Snyder looked at it like, some of these entire fanboys may have a point. They might still do it the wrong way, but we should at least listen.
Yeah, exactly, because they are your paying customers after all. So you kind of have to pay attention to them eventually.
Exactly. Now, granted, that helped lead into Rebirth.
Yeah, and we all know what happened to Rebirth.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, he's gonna meet up with him. Of course, he still feels bad about what happened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at all those different arms of his.
I like that.
A stretchy arm, even.
Mm-hmm.
I'm awake. Sorry, Professor Hamilton. Didn't mean to startle you. Stealth is a big part of my new powers. Not to worry, Superman. You should get my morning jolt from caffeine. This works just as well. Oh, but then, as it happens, I've already made some notes on that topic. They're on my desk somewhere. This might take some time, Superman. Make yourself at home. Turn on the monitor. It should be tuned into the Metropolis AM show. Oh, this isn't morning chat. And it looks like a war in Kandor. Uh-oh. Okay, I like that. Last issue set it up for this.
Yeah, I like that.
But how else were they going to find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they got to go down there. I don't believe bridging the dimensional field would be insurmountable. A slight variation on how I linked it to the port, I think. On the other hand, light and air are one thing. Human beings, quite different. A side factor, I know someone who can help. And yep, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I'm just the saucer's going to kill you all. Geez, he's just watching a show, of course. Remember, he was with the Titans by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he only got de-aged during 0 hour.
Okay.
So yeah, this is just a little catch up with him with the Titans. Not important here. Praise the Lord and pass the communications. My old JLA beeper knew it was a smart keeping this thing handy. They need me again. Must be pretty big. Better get to a phone ASAP. Tell the Justice League that the Titans will help too, Adam. Especially if it's an alien invasion. Will do, Prism. But remember, we're talking the greatest heroes in the world here. Backed up by cutting-edge technology and precision support staff. Isn't that your phone, Professor Hamilton? Oh, man! Quite the new look, super guy. And I thought I'd been through some major changes. It happens, Adam. Not always by choice, as you know. Thanks for coming so quickly. But this isn't just a business. It's personal. We need an expert in side manipulation. I'll do what I can, but I lost of what I knew when I was changed back to a teenager. Can't promise anything. All I need is someone to point me in the right direction and keep me on track. Mr. Adam, time is of the essence, of course. Sorry. Oh, so now here's Ashbury again with some of her friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she keeps us around, Susie, to bear witness to the deadly ninja-like precision of Ashbury Armstrong. My message to humanity is a simple one, Maddie, and taught me to be a true master. My father, don't suffer fools gladly, but gladly make them suffer. Harsh! Still, can't believe Superman rescued you from that schmo kidnapper like you needed help. It was probably merciful in the long run. Harsh! She's just being cute with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, Score's going to put the outfit on soon. By Jove, I think we've done it. I only hope I don't need my dishwasher anytime soon. I love Hamilton. I miss this Hamilton. You know what I mean? This guy who just cobbles things together as best he can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, the Volks flyer.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make my million on it one. People zipping through the sky, running errands, commuting. Never found a power source strong enough or light enough to make it get off the ground, so to speak. Problem solved. Using himself.
Mm-hmm.
What a rush. They made their way over there as they're now working on the proper machine to get them in there. Hold it. What are you doing, Adam? Oh, just trying on one of these trendy shoots. Figured I'll be helping you into this mess soup. Be helping you into this mess soup. Better be there. I help you out. Whether I go with or Ham sends me in right behind you. Behind your choice. So yeah, like at that instant, suddenly something suddenly changes for Surtek. Like a great weight being lifted from him. The compulsion was gone. He was free to do what he wants. So something about when he grabbed onto Superman has this compulsion. And when Superman went back into Kandor, he then stopped having that compulsion.
Okay.
Because remember, he tackled Superman in. So something about that is compulsing him whenever Superman's on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is Kandor. Sure we didn't get sent to Apocalypse by mistake? This isn't quite as bad as that place. I'm hoping we'll fix things before they get worse. Again, after seeing the other issues and coming back to Stuart Eminem, again, phenomenal artwork. But it does stand out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if you remember when we went through the first batch of issues, there was a bit of a consistency to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, though, it feels like, again, we're starting to get a bit of, again, great artwork, but not as consistent artwork.
Mm-hmm.
That flows between it. The writing keeps it going. And again, you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying this is bad artwork.
No.
Far from it. But when you compare it to the other issues like Bogdanov and Brummett and Friends,
mm-hmm.
it comes off a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The face of death, the face of death. Uh-oh, they think he's the face of death. Like, let's see if I can clear up some of the breathing room. No, too much power, still not used to. And roar, take it back. I liked it better when you didn't screw up, and they let you into Justice League like that. I mean, I still got my movies down. Shrink on the... Oh, come on, Adam, really?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it better when you didn't screw up. Wow, he's a teenager, so that's why he's saying that.
All right.
So yeah, just putting up a good fight with that. Now remember, since they're in the Bottle City, he can get taller than everyone if he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And Adam, damn. But now he's gonna beat up and they're just ice skating, and then Ashbury Superman. Like I was saying, Ash, boom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got two story plots going on at the moment. Between a rock and a Herblade.
I love that.
Come on, guys. I want you to meet my new buddy, Superman. Are you nuts, Asbury? That's Scorn. It's him over at the skating rink. Uh-oh. And then someone's breaking out of their machine, their containment unit.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? A truck just hit them.
Okay.
Because basically they see him like, move over there, but then, uh-oh, watch where you're driving. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
A little help here, Superman. Sorry, Adam. I can't even move. Oh, showing one of the downsides to his powers. And Farron, stay out of this. It's none of your concern. My concern, Peacekeeper, is what I choose to make of it. Flying beige, changing. So yeah, just observing everything as they get free. Look, vision bolts instead of heat vision.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Like, hey, so it's heat vision of some sort.
Yeah.
It shrinks down, and then thanks for the assist, lady. But why? Time for talk later. I control these beryllium cutters mentally. So yeah, they get out of there and impressive, but it won't take long to regroup. This way, quickly. Don't think we're not appreciative, lady. Farron, but Adam has a point, Farron. With all Kandor against us, why would you choose our side? Let's just say I've waited a very long time for a man like you. Can we discuss hormones later? Those riot cops have our scent. They're headed this way. Like, on the ground, both of you. Pretend to be unconscious. How did you? Long story. Now do as I say. Oh, he's finally gotten that down pat.
I like that. That's cool.
Great work, Trooper. Where's the other one? He escaped. Rocketed down the alleyway in a bolt of fire. I'm hurt, but I can still get these two to headquarters if... Right, we'll go after the energy creature. I'm not going to impress Big Blue by playing dead. I'm clever, but temporary. I think I know a place where we can hide. So, and Rock, this guy named is Rock, has broken out. Bad man. Sure sounds like it. Go get him, Superman. Normally, Ash, we wouldn't say anything about you being blind and all, but... What? Yeah, okay, I like her friends.
Yeah, they're like, that ain't Superman.
But then they're like, normally we wouldn't say anything about you being blind, but because this is one of those instances where you can't help but tell your blind friend, like, dude, how do I
That
put
ain't
this?
Superman. Yeah, exactly. One thing I have is that how is that suit actually fetting him?
Who knows? Maybe it's just the way Mark and sewed it.
Okay.
But yeah, Sire, scans indicate 92% probably the country invader of the very face of death associated. Oh, that's why they think it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that Tolos believed he was the face of death.
Okay.
You say this trouble began when Tolos, the sorcerer who created Kandor, vanished, that without the threat of his discipline, society's breaking down. But why is everything so cold and dark? The people here are children. They have no spine. Without the firm, benevolent hand of Tolos to guide them, they think only of themselves. And that selfishness may soon be the end of everything. So, but yeah, what is with the weird punk hair when she had him originally combed?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Uh-oh!
Cool.
It was but a matter of time before scans signaled out those that didn't belong and let us here. Damn! Run! My gun as well. You were saying seems to be generating energy weapons out of energy. Maybe in my energy form, I can neutralize them. Uh-oh! It's the ability to control energy he touches. Crap! So yeah, Superman in an energy ball.
Mm-hmm.
What the? Last man who wore that costume stopped me from getting to Lex Luthor. You won't. Hurt. Now. My turn. We got him. Ah, jeez, come on. Can't you read stupid like Peacekeeper? Can't you read? Superman! Do you really think he is? Oh, Lord, I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do. But yeah, they're heading on in there. And, I love this. They're going to have a bluff here. Enjoy your dinner? Maybe your last. Easy there. Why should I attack when you're only as good as dead? Remember how the other one intruder can grow and shrink? That's right. He was that last bite you took. Feeling a little stuffed? Release Superman. The animal will grow to full size and spit you like a melon in the desert sun. You've got 3 seconds. 1. Curse your bones, women. You win. Ugh. All right, return to normal size. But I did what you asked. Don't pop an artery, pal. It was a bluff. I like that.
That was great. I love that.
It's the whole idea of why didn't Adam or Ant-Man go inside Thanos or Darkseid and just blow him up from the inside?
Yeah, it's true.
I know all about Kandor, including meal schedules. So I sprinkle a little micro sponges into the janitorial food supply. When they begin to swell, speaking of swell, I think it'd be swell we got out of here. Good point. Uh-oh, but now everything's really starting to act up. Every light in the city's out, even that moon. That can only mean the Armageddon factions reach the environmental generators. Uh-oh. Everyone will die of suffocation. That ain't good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, continuing on. I want everyone to know everything they're all about the Scorn character. Most importantly, why is he wearing Superman's costume? You're not the only one who wants to know what's going on, Chief. Maybe Superman was infected during his first battle with Scorn and underwent another metamorphosis. Speculation, trope. And if that's the case, where's the real Scorn? And if it's not, then where's Superman? We only print facts, people. We. Perry, are you all right? Just a little lightheaded for a moment. You gotta stop pushing yourself so hard. So hard, Perry. Your cancer may be in remission, but don't hover, Lois. I'm fine. Look, people, we know when Superman and acquired his energy-based powers, Scorn fought him to a standstill. So at the time, we believed Scorn was one of the bad guys. Now his actions seem more ambivalent. Ambivalent, my foot. He kidnapped my daughter Ashbury from the Centennial Park ice rink. And now she's in danger yet again. When I get my hands on that creature, I'm sure you'll deal with him appropriately, Dirk. But first, we have to find him. Here, Lois, don't forget this. And happy hunting. Hunting. A story about Scorn is a beginning, but an image is worth 1,000 of your words. Oi? In sales, you mean? Of course, Sherry. I was hired to increase this paper circulation. Didn't stop you from going after Perry's managing editor job, though, didn't it? You mistake me, Lois. When he is well, Perry is trace competent. It was your husband's position as acting managing editor that I coveted. I do hate seeing a job done badly. And then don't look in any mirror, Simone. Clark missed another meeting, I noticed. You know, there's even a rumor he's been hitting the bottle.
Pun. That's a good pun.
Although I do not like Simone. She's just so one note, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
At least Dirk has some characterization.
Mm-hmm.
Simone is just, I'm just here. How many times did you have to keep pointing that out?
Yeah.
I just don't like her, do you? Do you?
Mm-mm. No, not at all.
So, yeah. But yeah, big fight and everything. All these other people, Kandorians, are fighting each other. That's not Telos, is it? Who then? Energy Beam? Don't know him. Must be a rebel. What are the Peacekeepers? Get him. That's enough. Wait, I'm called Superman, and I'm here to initiate repairs on the atmospheric transferal plant. I said he was a peacekeeper. Stop him. I am neither peacekeeper nor rebel, and I didn't risk my life to save your city so you could destroy it. What does he mean, Elder, that he saved us? I don't know. I know only that this is the being our colleagues faced earlier. His is the face of death that appeared in our sky. He is allied with Farron and her rebels, and he killed Tolos, whom we serve. Peacekeepers, take him. Tolos was a cruel master. Oh, that's probably why. It seems like she's been playing, like she cares for her father, but she was also helping the rebels.
Mm-hmm.
But look at it. They're all ready to gang up on him. But like, no, stop this. Listen to me. Oh, but they're not listening, of course. And you're sure you know where the planet is, and where the plant the generator is? No problem. Just hold on tight. No kidding. Farron knows their telekinetics, but this is like riding a merry-go-round at super speed. So Superman's distracting while Adam makes his way in. Boy, but now Jimmy's doing a story claiming he was kidnapped. Getting kidnapped burgers. Good. Yeah, Big Belly's my personal favorite too. Plus they deliver. Look, I may be blind, but I'm not stupid. You're not the real Superman, are you? You're the scorn guy Mr. Action keeps talking about. You know my like alleged kidnapper? Scorn? Not. Am Saratek. Saratek? Sounds like a pill all peoples take. The other name's better. The one Olsen calls you. Scorn. What means scorn? You're picking up English pretty quick now, aren't you? Always said TV's educational. Okay, scorn means like you think other people don't know what they're talking about, which is certainly true in this case. That dumb report about you being a kidnapper and a menace, and how think so good. Like, all right, put me down. I take it back. You are a menace. Be serious for a minute. We should call the cops. Tell them you aren't. Hey, you don't think Daddy thinks I've been kidnapped? Misunderstanding. No, stop, just put me down. My God, they're here. Crap.
This isn't good.
Again, I'm liking Scorn so much. I wish they would bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree that a good character here?
Yeah.
Like, I might not blow your head up clear, I might not blow your head clear off your shoulders. Daddy, no! Bad man hurt you. Scorn safe. I don't believe this. Look, Scorn, the guy with the gun, he's not a bad man. He's my father. Keep on fighting it up. The atom inside, tighter than a whatever alien, and probably hard work at the generator. Then maybe it's time we joined him. Think you use that energy power to clear a path to the plant entrance? No problem. I love it. Wouldn't mind collecting the debt here and now. It seems that all of Kandor's myriad languages have some version of all's fair in love and war. I've spoken for, and until this war is over, Farron, there's no time for anything else. Oh, look at that. She's turned on, but then she's like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
The rebels have all powers, welded shut or not. They could be through those doors in no time. Right now, we have to hurry. By all means, then, on to the generator room.
I love that. That's funny.
It is. But yeah, they're making their way, repairing everything. Feels like I'm losing control of the situation. Luckily, some plant workers left his rocket belt lying around. Time to get up there and find out what's really going on. Uh-oh, there was a bomb planted there. Farron, Adam, where are you? Over here. Farron, are you? I think I was flying mostly above the blast zone. I'm fine, I think. Can't save same for the generator, though. The Adam where? But then Tolos is alive and free, and because he's energy, he takes over Superman.
Oh, that's cool.
Superman is mine, new and improved, and most important, able to phase shift to leave this tiny artificial world. The rocket belt, just what I need. This body can't fly now. It bolts from place to place. And I must approach the phase shift barrier high above me very carefully. Up, up, and then I'm away, never to return. Kandor can die for all I care. Without my firm control, it's nearly already and dead already. And its restless and ungrateful prisoners, ha! Let them die without it. I no longer need a varied shape of powerful host bodies. That's why he had them, for host bodies. That's all he cared about.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, this issue 125, and this was back when 125s don't really matter as special issues. But yeah, Ray was able to get out or shrink far enough to avoid being blasted by the bomb. And Superman, even with his new powers, got the Kandorian female and himself to safety. Yep, that engraved invitation to rejoin the Justice League will definitely be in the mail. I owe it to Superman. Now remember, Jurgens have been writing Adam by this point as this version. This is why it feels a bit more different here.
Okay.
Hey, what the heck is that? Bayon is holding Superman's hand, but something's wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that was the other thing. Bayon and Talos was hiding in her. That's the other reason.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, dead, impossible. I merely allowed the Kryptonian to sink that while I regained my strength here in Kandor. I knew only a fool with Superman's infallible consciousness could respond to the problem in my prison city. I just never expected the Kryptonian's ability to be so radically altered. Nonetheless, my only concern now is the future. Your planet is nearly mine. You will not stop me. And I wish I had a modern equipment. Superman's fortress is filled with fantastic technology, but I can't see inside Kandor itself. I only pray that Superman and the Atom are all, that's right. Superman, tell us is alive. He's taken over the Atom's body. Seal the phase barrier so he can't escape. Seal? But what about the Atom and Kandor? It's not like you to desert people in trouble. Who are you to question my action? Sniveling human? The Atom wasn't the one taken over by Tolos, was he? No! Such power! With this body, my potential reaches beyond the infinite. Superman's mine forever! Bayern, are you okay? You better be, because I don't remember any of the JLA paramedic trainings I learned years ago. Who are you? And I guess you don't remember me or any of the other stuff. The name's Adam, but my real good friends call me Ray. Kandor is an ecological nightmare. He's summing up, you came from the outside world, willing to help us? Why, that's the bravest thing I've ever heard. So the whole time we've been seeing her, you know what I mean? It was never her.
That's interesting.
Wait,
I like that.
Did that mean Tolos was the one flirting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, probably was flirting to get in closer to take over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why. Excuse me, but I was trying to deactivate the mine. Hey, whorehead, you got a relative hanging out in Metropolis? Oh, we got someone coming through in this giant tank. And Superman not here. My job now. Look at that. Not Superman. Name is Scorn. Save the trouble and call a hearse. Talk about rude behavior. Job done. Thirsty. Now see here. Ashbury called this soda. Fine, Ashbury. Hope this Ashbury has plenty of soda. Farron has convinced us of your innocence, and the surveillance tapes verify her worth. I apologize for our behavior, Adam. If I had problems as big as yours, I'd shoot first and escalation and later too, Caramel. If Kandor's environmental controls aren't put back online within the hour, it'll be too cold for any life to survive. The master conduits are, so they're still trying to repair with whatever they had. So meanwhile, of course, Emo's using some of the power of the fortress to help. This ray originally enabled Superman and the Atom to phase into the bottle. because it's retained their original DNA scans, it automatically drove Talos out of Superman's body. The only problem is that Talos is still a threat. Whatever Hamilton did, it's sending us back to the bottle. Have to wait a second or two before using my powers, or I can endanger the integrity of the phase barrier around Kandor. But with Talos on my tail, there's no time to lose. You can't escape me here. Kandor is my domain. I must think of, so he's trying to think of what to do, and then he has an idea, which is basically move out of the way. Talos goes in there, and now he's trapped in the phase barrier. When Hamilton sent me here into, he warned us about a time limit that's almost up. If we won't do this now, it won't get done at all. So yeah, he works on it. Superman shows up, and they're able to restart everything up. So yeah, I feel like with 30 rounds with parallax. Nice work, Adam. Our environment may be restored, but what about our political structure? Our young people hate being in prison like this. If they continue this war, we still lose in the long run. Is there some way I can talk to them? The universal translator that allows us all to communicate can also be used as a public address system. Perfect. Attention all Kandorians. I come from outside with a message. I know there are those among you who wish for one of the most noble pursuits achievable. Freedom. But freedom does not come easily. It must be earned. Look, it's him, the face of death. No, it is whispered that he restored our environment, that he defeated Talos. Let him speak. Behind me, you can see that Talos is imprisoned forever, trapped in the barrier created to trap you. With that in mind, your freedom is not achieved inside or outside Kandor, only within yourself. Tell him, man. Fight no more. Unite to form a working city. As I helped you today, I swear that I will find you a way to free you. I swear that I'll find a place where this city can be enlarged, where you can come and go as you please. Why? Why should we believe you, outsider? Hey, this is Superman, pal. On Earth, his word's the best, and guarantee there is. It may take months or years, but when I do finally free you, I want Kandor to be the ultimate example of freedom. Whoa, our time's up. We're being pulled back. Wrap it up, Soup. Remember, free Kandor through peace. Do you think he'll save us? Is the rebellion over? I believe his words will inspire the rebels to attempt peace. I also believe that he will try his best to help us. His name says it all. Superman. I wish my son were more like him. And wait, and one more issue.
Okay.
But what do you think about how that got wrapped up?
I like it. It's it wraps up very perfectly. The thing is, I kind of wish they did more with the Talos controlling Superman's body, because it feels like they kind of hand waved it away.
Yep. But yeah, so Superman's finally got a confrontation with Lex. But yeah, I'm also coming with this one because this is also the epilogue as they're wrapping it all up. They're still able to observe, but this time without their face. And Professor Howard's monitor makes things a bit easier. Yeah, hard to believe they're in your Arctic fortress and we're in Metropolis. I can even see some of that new graffiti that's being tagged since we left. Guess who's made the big impression in there? I have a distinctive chest symbol, and you don't, Adam. That's all. Without your help, Kandor will be a graveyard. You impressed me, that's for sure. So much so, I'll recommend to the Justice League that they let you rejoin if you're interested. Don't know. Give me a few minutes. And to get my stuff from the Titans. Interested? Are Pinky and the Brain interested in ruling the world? Or you could use your expertise to train a new generation of heroes like you're doing with the Teen Titans. That's a legacy anyone could be proud of. Is anyone there? Yeah, it's me. It's better stand back. Your fearless leader's coming back. So after all that, he's given the opportunity, but then Superman makes him change his mind.
Yeah.
Thanks, Superman. Now I know I really am Justice League. I gotta warn you, it won't be long before the Titans are ready to take the JLA's place. So he flies out, and then we see the stranger guy there. Lois, Perry, afternoon, everyone. Clark, are you? Kent, where the planet have you been? In case you hadn't noticed, the planet's a daily publication. But because you think you can come once a week. Sorry, Perry, I've been busy getting a full new story on the new Superman. Good. Which one? Huh? Able to leap tall buildings. Don't let it go to your head, Scorn. You can jump over the moon for all I care, but counts as a landing. Like this? Hey, as long as we can walk away and most of the buildings are around still standing, works for me. It's that monster, and he captured a girl. Someone call the police. Run! The old torch and pitchfork response. Of course, these superstitious villagers have all have cell phones and double sol and lattes. You know, Scorn, sometimes I think I'm the only one who isn't blind. Come on, I'm starving it. Now, and what do we have here? Here. Okay, Scorn, I know this area better than Braille, so you tell me. If there's a symbol like what's on the bottom half of the sign on the car, I just walked into. Attention, please. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone here the jerk who parked a Mercedes 3000 SL outside out front? Yeah, that'd be me. What of it? Well, you got a real winner here. Show the man what he's won. My car! That's right. See, this way you can park in a handicap spot and not get in the way of people who really need them. No applause. Oh boy, she is just like her father, isn't she?
Yeah.
That sounds like someone who grew up with a man like Dirk, right?
There you go.
Because, am I right? She takes him on herself. No applause, please. I'm going to do what any citizen hanging around with someone super strong would do. Super hungry, too. We ordered half a dozen pizzas to go. Name's Ashbury Armstrong. Don't care if my witness said she isn't being held against her will. She's underage. I'm her father, and I wanted her away from that Scorn creature, even if it takes the SCU to do it. Just wait till you have kids, Kent. I tell you. Really wish I could help, Dirk, but I've got a killer deadline. Pete Fairmare, I have just heard about the article you're working on. From this on the front page, circulation should rise 4, perhaps 7%. That's nice, Simone. But of course, it would be très sensational if Superman were to meet this Scorn. I'm sure Superman would like nothing better, Simone. Sherry, you aren't done yet. Not as fast as I used to be. Oh boy, flirting. She's being pushy, so Lois butting in is the case makes sense. You're like, move it, sister. Mm-hmm. Here, Clark, oh, sorry, Simone. Didn't mean to interrupt while you were helping my husband with his article, but I'm sure he doesn't need the sort of special attention you gave him after he graduated from college, because he had a college friend. Mm-hmm. That's okay, Lois. I just finished. What's up? Put together a sidebar about Superman's new costume for you. I was there when it was created, and I know a few details that you might not. Let's see here. What? Everyone, excuse me, please. I need to verify a source. That's Clark for you, Simone. Stick with the story all the way. Never get sidetracked. But it turns out, yeah, she found out about Luthor. Mm-hmm. Or Clark just did. So yeah, we see everyone's there talking about, remember, he's been in a legal situation still thanks to Condessa. As your legal counsel, you've been proven unable to clear me of all charges. So I've retained outside counsel who's the best that money can buy. As will be the jury should that prove necessary. You need to remember that I will never spend another minute in prison, no matter what it takes. It's like, I wouldn't bet on that, Luthor. You have to continue our discussion later, counselors. Excuse me if I don't see you to the door. No problem, Mr. L. So yeah, you see, especially the polymer fabric. Let's talk about that fabric, Luthor. I just found out it was supplied by LexCorp. And you're worried the material's riddled with nanotracers or monitors or worse? Pity you can't check. Now that you no longer have supervision powers. For all you know, I could be responsible for everything that's happened to you lately. Tell me! You made my powers go out of control once before. You made them disappear another time. Way back when! Mm-hmm. Tell me the truth or let me go with me this instant, or you'll be the one in jail tonight. All the showing that Contessa has progressed further in her pregnancy by this point. Mm-hmm. Is there a problem, Lex? Not at all, Erica. I was simply trying to tell my visitor that as much as he might think differently, I don't spend every moment of my day planning his demise. I have other concerns, such as not being in prison while my son grows up. He's assuming it's a son. Mm-hmm. And it's true. You and the Contessa are secretly married. I know this may come as a shock to you, Superman, but you don't have to be married in order to. Lex, the baby. No! Prepare the helicopter for immediate takeoff. Alert Metropolis General Maternity Unit. Have my private physician here in 5 minutes. No excuses, no mistakes. If there's anything I could do, yes, leave. If it'll get you out of here any faster, I had nothing to do with your current condition. Nothing. Then good luck. I hope the child is all right. What now, Erica? What's wrong? Nothing, darling. Absolutely nothing. I'm fine. The baby's fine. You see, I lied. How could you do that to me? For once, I had that overrated alien right where I wanted him. Thanks to you, I told him the truth. Now he knows that I'm not responsible for his new powers. Hush, Lex. How else was I supposed to get him to leave? Besides, even if he knows you weren't involved, I'm the one who supplied the polymer fabric, and he never asked if I did anything. And what? No congratulatory kiss? You're lucky you're the mother of my child, or never mind. I have business to attend to. And you believe what they said, Clark? Yes. Lucifer was in no mood to lie for once in his life. As for the Contessa, it's possible she was faking, but without super hearing or X-ray vision, there's no way to know. What I do know is that I'm starving for this tomato sauce, and for starving, and this tomato sauce is fantastic, even better than my mom's. How'd you do it, Lois? Normally, I don't share my culinary secrets, but since you're my husband, place in microwave at high settings for 5 minutes. Serve. What do you think now? I suggest you choose your next words very carefully. How about I surrender? Stop falling. What? This is my doing, Superman. I hope I am not arriving at an inopportune time. The Phantom Stranger! What brings you here? I mean, me here. Where is here? A moment without time. A place without existence. Yeah, that's what I thought. I have felt a great disturbance in the universe, Superman. It may be connected to your current dilemma, your new powers, although I'm not certain of that. You're not certain? If I would have thought if anyone knew the exact reason my powers changed, it'd be you. Under normal circumstances, but this disturbance, it's like a great wall blocking my vision. I find it more and more difficult to peer into people's hearts and minds, to know their dreams and fears. I even had trouble tracking you today, Superman. I'll help any way I can. Then be ready. This is a puzzle still being pieced together, like a murder that needs to be solved before it's committed. I thought you should know because of the impact it may have on you and the world. If I am not able to find you again, be warned that I fear the situation will worsen before it fades away. You know, Clark, I remember when you had to pretend to be this clumsy. Always that was one of your most endearing traits. Give me a hand here. I'm sorry, Lois. Sorry. Of course, Lois. Sorry. I'll help any way I can. Prologue. Someone is being left out of has escaped from Star Lab. This way, my friend, quickly. I'd like to be of some distance between us before my handiwork and your disappearance is discovered. Thank you. Don't try to talk, Mr. Murdoch. You were heavily sedated during your time at Star Labs. Besides, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Before I fill you in and drop you off, I thought you'd like to see the latest Superman town. Superman? No! Superman is dead! These are deceivers! Both must die! And that's as far as we're gonna get. So,
wow.
How was all that?
Pretty great. We covered a lot of ground.
Again, within 9 issues, we felt like we went over what nowadays would be like 2 years worth.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Yeah, they got a lot done in individual issues at this time period.
Yeah, and yet some cases were padding, like the Kandor thing, that was padded, let's be honest.
Yeah, that was.
But the Metallo stuff, that went by fast.
Yeah, it did. I was like, that's it?
Yeah, but this feels like a good place to stop off here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, again, just overall, what did you think about each of the writers on it? Again, doesn't this feel like one writer, even though it's 4?
Yeah, because everyone's coordinating. This is what we're doing. Keep it along this one through line.
Exactly. They're following the tradition, even though Carlin is not the editor anymore, as Joey Calaveri. It's still the same method he set up. They would always have these meetings, plot these out each issue, and act accordingly. But at the same time, I can see why Michelini would get a little fed up with this.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree too? Because it feels like you're not right. You're 1/4 of a writer. You're not writing yourself.
But then again, you signed up for that when you said you wanted to write for Superman.
Well, I know, and I get that. But again, so that's probably why he stuck around for as long as he did.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But what do you think about also the use of his powers? Because remember, this is right after now he's gotten the hang of his powers, and he went through 2 major events: Metallo and Kandor.
Dug it. I really like it.
Metallo was the better one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was.
The Kandor one felt a little. I mean, I skipped a lot with that, but it felt too jumbled.
Yeah, exactly.
But what did you think about the side character stuff? Like Scorn. Let's start with Scorn.
I like Scorn. Scorn's a cool character.
Yep. And what about Ashbury?
I like her. I like how she acted like she didn't know he wasn't really Superman. Which really, when you think about it, she should have known from the get-go when he could barely speak.
True, but she said, "Oh, I heard you were going through changes."
I guess so.
So she thought that was the changes at first.
Okay, I kind of see that.
Because obviously her father probably didn't specify it was electrical stuff, and if she didn't hear that part, she's not gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably saw he probably got because that's not the only first time Superman's gotten buffed up into like because that happened after his supercharging of his powers after return.
Okay.
So something similar happened. So that's probably what she could have thought that. What do you think about the planet staff?
I like that. Yeah. Like you said earlier, I like how now they're having the consequences of him always leaving.
Yeah, because he never had that before.
Mm-mm.
And now that he's back, he's not catching up in a way that makes up for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Again, they're doing something fresh here with them. It's like they come up with all this stuff to come up with, something new to shake things up, and I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a shame that it's so controversial when you really think about it. It was a shake-up Superman needed.
Yeah.
Oh, now what about Email Jimmy?
Yeah, I liked how Jimmy was basically inadvertently helping Metallo, but then had the guilt that came along with it.
But the funny thing, it's going to bite him again.
Oh.
Next time we go over it, it's going to bite him again. Someone's already going to use his notes again and then do something else. And then it's eventually going to build up to issue 550, which is when he's going to, because basically Jimmy's going to soon start to think he's realized who Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, though, and again, what do you think about with Clark in general throughout all of this?
I liked it. I liked how he had to where like he was struggling to use his new powers. I definitely like the idea, like I said before, of him like being vulnerable for the first time in a while when he's in his Clark Kent form.
Yeah. Again, that first few issues was the better. The second half, not as much. It wasn't bad, but I think that Kandor story was a bit too complicated. I mean, and that's the thing with this run. You get some arcs that are great and other arcs that are duds.
Exactly.
And that one was definitely a dud.
Mm-hmm.
Again, wasn't bad. It didn't need to be resolved. They were clearly building up to that point. But I was more interested in the Scorn stuff than I was the Kandor
true.
stuff.
But I like Scorn in the Superman suit, even though it makes no sense as the Superman suit actually fitting him.
But again, once you see it, you're like, whatever, roll with it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, it's comic books. Just roll with it.
I mean, come on. The fact that the suit was able to somehow contain his energy power, even flimsy as it was.
Yeah.
I think with that in mind, it could probably hold Scorn's, bulk.
Yeah, probably.
And it has stretched. Again, it has stretched when Superman's gotten bulked up.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let me find that. I got to find out where Superman... Yeah. On Supercharged Superman, because there has been time when he has gotten so bulked up that or was it not overcharged? Because there has been times, like I said, where he would just be like, is this it? Yep. Here's one. Look there.
Wow.
See, and his costume still held together.
Wow, that's cool.
So if it can hold up to him being that size, it can hold Scorn. Which I think is what they were going for when they thought of that. But yeah. Again, so much in 9 issues, right?
Yeah.
And then the next 9 we're going to be going over next time will be here. We're going to know Superman Revenge Squad. We'll have Superman meet up with Batman. More of the Revenge Squad. And then, which eventually also builds up to what's going on with Jimmy as that leads over to issue 550.
Okay.
Think about that. And remember, Avengers 550 was the original Superman's numbering. And then, of course, Jimmy's going to be on the run.
That makes sense.
But that will be as far as we'll be getting to next time. After that, we'll start with Man of Tomorrow and then going all the way up to here. And then, remember, this is when they used to do the Faces of the DC Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? This will include Man of Steel 75. The deaths of Mixie, that guy.
Yeah.
And the birth of Lena Luthor.
Okay.
Which will eventually lead us to the end of just Superman Blue. And then after that, Superman Red and Blue.
Oh, boy.
And then ending with the Millennium Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and look, they even include when he was blue with the JLA.
Yeah, I remember that in Grant Morrison's run.
I still love the Secret Files and Origins issue where he actually decides to retry out for the League.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I've changed so much, I might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. You also realize, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He was actually blue a little bit longer.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I have a buddy of mine who started reading the Grant Morrison JLA run because of my recommendation. He goes, Jared, I started it and I stopped halfway through. I can't stand Electric Blue Superman.
But hey, Morrison was stuck with it. Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I told him that, and it's kind of funny. Morrison got stuck with a lot in that run because he even got stuck with.
Good with it.
He did. He even got stuck with Hippolyta being Wonder Woman because Diana died.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, at the same time, he was able to saw Superman actually do the move the planet stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Wade was also stuck, because he did it himself, with Walter West.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a later issue, I think. But yeah, I keep forgetting we had the Prometheus first appearance during Electric Blue.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting that. And of course, Rock of Ages.
One of the best Justice League stories.
But again, it was Electric Blue.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I would just tell, when it came to that, with Electric Blue and the Justice League, it's like, again, there's stuff to like about it still. And from what you've seen here, I mean, does it deserve the bad rep it's gotten?
No, absolutely not. And it's kind of funny when it's just going over it with you and reading it on my own. It's kind of like, I don't know why this was so controversial in the past.
It was, well, let's be honest, people call it a dork age. And I can see why. So much changes, so much stuff. And I think that was why it's too much change. Too much change all at once. You did not only that his powers changed so drastically, constantly claiming it was going to be permanent, but you also had what? You also had the stuff going on with the planet. You had Jimmy pulling his stunts. You have them like, oh, is he a menace?
Well, plus the stuff probably gets lumped in also with the whole image revolution, everything like that. Right. Everyone all of a sudden being extreme and having pouches and big guns.
True, but here, I mean, again, this was a fad. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
and the fact that it only lasted a year when you really think about it, it only lasted a year.
That's very small in Superman time.
But it's so many issues to fill out that year. I mean, I'll be honest. I think I know why. It's comparable to Maximum Carnage. When you really think about it, so many issues across such a short time span.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the infamous, titles to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at it. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going by Superman. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13 issues. 13 issues, I take it back. It was 13, but still. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of issues. And again, you add in all that, all the stuff in between. If there's one big ongoing story, I could see why, to a degree, why some would be that way. But at the same time, again, this isn't bad.
No, it's not.
If you've been following Superman, I think that's the other thing is, people who complain never followed the books before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the other reason why. It's from reputation and from looking at it from the outside rather than actually looking at it from the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I said before, Bendis is still worse than this.
Oh yeah, Bendis is way. There's very little runs that could possibly be worse than Bendis.
Actually, I can tell you one run, and that was right before the lead up to Infinite Crisis, right around when you had Joe Kelly, Joe Casey, Steven Seagal, and it was the CRL era. I would call that the CRL era, where CRL was Supergirl.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was the Supergirl you would see in the Public Enemies issue of Superman Batman.
I mean, Power Girl?
No, this girl.
Oh.
This was around that point because by this point, it was boring. This era, around the time when she was Supergirl, everything leading up to that was boring. Absolutely boring.
Wow.
And in fact, Superman Batman was the only time the character was actually handled well. Because in her own book, it was this whole idea of, for one, she replaced Linda Danvers. Already big strike against it right there. Two, she's supposed to be Superman's daughter from the future, but it was some time shenanigans stuff. We still have no idea what goes on. It was so uber complicated. Like I said, it was something so uber complicated and then also so boring. You know what I mean? So and I would say, Bandit at least had stuff going on. Oh, by the way, this is the Triangle era number box. So this is what we would have to deal with after Electric Blue. The Dominus stuff and then Superman becoming King of Earth.
So I take it all this is going to be collected in the Triangle Omnibus that's coming out.
No, that's just that. No, not this batch. That's going to be the first batch. This is towards the end.
Oh, okay.
This is the stuff towards the end. This is the stuff that we'll end with Jurgens at 150. That's as far as I plan on you and I eventually going up towards. Mostly because I've already gone over Emperor Joker and now Our World's at War. There'll be no point, then to just go over stuff and then have it to skip around and everything.
Plus, I loathe the one where he goes to Asgard with Wonder Woman.
I know you do, because it proves his love of Lois.
It doesn't prove it. It proves it's ridiculous.
No, well, to be fair, you do know that Mixie himself called him out on that, right?
Yeah, 1,000 years, she's dead, bro.
Well, no. At the very end, she got sent back.
No, but
you're right.
Did he know that they could go back?
No, he didn't. But it just showed that he even said, "I don't care if it's that." But yeah, during Emperor Joker, Mixie called him out saying, "Spreading 1,000 years with her and not playing tonsil hockey." That's insanity.
Yeah, it is.
Now, I will also be fair. The writers did then have it be Lois was bitter, which even I feel they never resolved it. That was the unfair thing. They never resolved it. In fact, the time when they were going to talk to her, Lois wasn't even in this right. It wasn't there. It was someone posing as Lois. Oh, then there's Y2K. That was an interesting story. But, oh yeah, Crypto. Oh boy, yeah. Return to Krypton, where they tried to reveal that, turns out all the burn stuff never happened, and they ended up getting so much backlash they had to reverse it later. You do know that's what happened, right?
So they undid Man of Steel?
No. Well, that's what Return to Krypton originally did. They still left a little bit of things hanging, but there was such backlash that not long afterwards, they would do a follow-up that reversed it. Because people hate it. They're like, no, do not just say it was a lie. Because we've seen so much that proves it wasn't a lie. And I can see, and can you blame people for being ticked off at that?
No, not really.
Yeah, when it shows up saying, basically, it was, from what I understand, a ship shows up with a message from Jor-El saying, I lied to you. Here's what real Krypton is. And yeah, it was more Silver Age stuff. But a lot of people were like, no, because that felt like Loeb was getting what he wanted. Oh,
so yeah, so it's kind of like when Rebirth happened, they said the new 52, all a lie.
Well, no, that was a case where, Rebirth. Sorry, when you said, I was talking about Birthright.
No.
Rebirth.
I was saying new 52 rebirth.
Yeah. Did they say it was a lie, or they simply merged the two together?
Wonder Woman book, they said it was a lie. They said she's never been home and all that stuff.
Okay, well, no, that was a case of trying to say what we saw, and it was this is no different than that. This is absolutely no different than that.
So I could see why people were pissed because it happened to me.
But at least here, there was enough backlash that they had common sense to reverse it.
They did reverse it with Doomsday Clock, though.
No, like her mother didn't go back to being blonde.
No, but they said that everything that happened in New 52 is on its own Earth.
On its own Earth. But now what we're following isn't.
No, I know, and I'm fine with that as long as they respect and said, hey, if you like that, it's on its own Earth. We're no longer reading decanonized stories.
Okay, yes. Which can we also agree that's again part of the reason why pre-New 52 people was New 52.
The problem is that their continuity almost led to DC being dissolved.
Well, no, it wasn't so much their continuity, so much as sales in general that they had to take something drastic. It was more of a case where New 52 had to be something so drastic that it would get people's attention.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, if you were so pissed off about it, you should have shown up beforehand to buy the books.
No, but no one knew it was going to reach that point until New 52 was dropped, and people were just like, wait, what?
Okay, the way I'm
saying, because basically no one knew it was that bad. Hell, no one even knew that the reason why New 52 was done was because it was that bad. Some people just thought it was a big screw you. It wasn't until much later that the deal said it was either this or nuts or failure.
Maybe DC should have communicated when they had the initial backlash. Like, hey,
they should have, but they didn't.
Yeah, they could have said, hey, I know you're pissed off about this, but hey, it's either this or DC goes away.
Exactly. And I think people would have acted better, but they didn't. And that's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But, by the way, I got to say, the Russian Zod could only work if you kept Man of Steel canon.
Yeah.
Because all of what Byrne did and everything, was connected to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know about that, the Russian Zod? Yeah, it was a Russian who saw images of the Phantom Zone Zod. And there's actually a point in this where he taunts Superman. Something like, you will kneel before Zod. Like, what? What are you going to do? Kill me? What? How did you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, and that's part of our world's at war.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, great story going over that, but it is sad it amounted to nothing in the end. So much of it got reversed.
Yeah, it is.
Even Hippolyta's death. The only thing that didn't get reversed was Strange Visitor and Maxima's death.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, this issue led into Chuck Austin creating Gog from it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I did. I realized that when I went over it with Pika.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so again, that's Electric Blue. We still got ways to go, but we got a lot of ways to go. But I'm hoping we're going to have more good than bad. More Hopefully. Like the Metallo.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because, like I said, if we get more like the Kandor stuff, then maybe I'll see what the issues are. Would you agree with that? Like, if it ends up being more like that Kandor story, which, again, wasn't bad, but it was all over the place.
True.
But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.